Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, I'm going to react to the top 10 scenic routes in Transamerica. Now this should be fun because, who doesn't love the idea of going on a road trip around the US? It's, Route 66. I've got friends who have done it and they say it was like an amazing experience for them. But what are the best routes to drive? Because, just driving through America without a plan, it would take so long. America's vast. Whereas if I know that there's certain routes that I can drive for, let's say 3 hours at a time, and I'll see a bunch of cool stuff along the way, that's something that's really, really appealing to me. So this video here, I'm sure it's gonna have a lot of insights for me, that maybe will make me think of some plans and actually book some tickets. So yeah, let's do it.
Pack up the car. It's time to hit some of the most beautiful roads the country has to offer. Welcome to Mojo Travels, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 must-see scenic routes on a Transamerica road trip. Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at some of the most stunning, unique, and picturesque popular drives in the United States.
That's incredible.
Number 10, the Loneliest Road, Nevada. True to its nickname, US Highway 50 becomes a rather isolated stretch of road when it passes through Nevada. But there's also something awe-inspiring about the barren landscape. There's a curious absence of civilization, which is hard to come by in the modern United States. For a good few hundred miles of road, you'll encounter little else but seemingly endless valleys, distant mountains, and the rugged plant life that toughs it out in this dry, rocky environment. Whether you're seeking solitude or simply a unique driving experience, Nevada's Loneliest Road is the answer. Just make sure to gas up whenever you enter one of the few small towns along the way. Number 9.
Yeah, I was gonna say, imagine breaking down or running out of fuel and you're like miles and miles away from the nearest town. Scary, man.
The Old Mine Road, New Jersey. On the border of Pennsylvania and New Jersey, the mighty Delaware River cuts its way through the Appalachian Mountains. Around it, there is a 70,000-acre region of protected national recreation area called the Delaware Water Gap. Though you could easily spend an entire vacation in this natural northeastern gem, the scenic drive alone is stunning. This route has got a lot of history behind it. The portion of it known as Old Mine Road was first constructed way back in the 17th century, and signs of the area's rich history can be seen all along the drive. Add to that the fall colors, scenic points, and waterfalls, and you've got one enchanting drive. Number 8, the Kancamagus Highway, New Hampshire. Speaking of good places to take in the colors of fall, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more beautiful display of radiant foliage than on this scenic
Looks like a postcard.
New Hampshire drive. Stretching for almost 35 miles along Route 12, Kancamagus Highway is one long, winding breath of fresh air that carries you through the beautiful White Mountains National Forest. In addition to the red, yellow, and orange leaves, you'll be treated to views of the Rocky Gorge, the Swift River, various waterfalls, and of course, the ever-impressive White Mountains. For these 34.5 miles, you'll be seeing and breathing in nature at its purest. Number 7, the $1 Million Highway, Colorado. Don't worry, this drive isn't going to cost you a small fortune, but the views it offers are certainly worth $1 million. Running for 25 miles through western Colorado, this famous stretch of US Route 550 is not for the faint of heart.
It must be so difficult to maintain all of the road. But I guess, each state has its own, they're responsible for that sort of stuff, but just all that road, all that tarmac, cracks, potholes, getting people out to fix it. Can't be easy to manage that stuff.
For roughly 12 miles, it passes through Uncompahgre Gorge and the Red Mountain Pass, and features tight turns, narrow lanes, and gulp, no guardrails. But the views it offers up are unlike any other. And considering large RVs regularly navigate the route, you can surely manage in a car. Take your time and drive carefully. After all, on a road trip, it's the journey and not the destination that matters.
I don't know, man.
Number 6, the High Road to Taos, New Mexico. This scenic byway runs for 56 miles from Santa Fe to Taos and offers up an eclectic sampling of New Mexico's beautiful scenery and rural environs. The ever-changing landscape will take you past mountainous terrain, deserts, forest, and windswept hoodoos, which are skinny rock spires. Throughout the drive, you'll find yourself passing through a number of small towns. steeped in local traditional culture, and each offering something unique for the road tripper with extra time to stop and visit. Historic adobe houses, local sites, and traditional handcrafts abound. This is a slice of America that you need to visit to understand and fully appreciate. Number 5. Route 66,
the big
Illinois
one.
to California. Once a major artery cutting across America, and one of the country's very first highways, this historic road has since been retired from the official U.S. highway system in favor of modern alternatives.
Has it? Mate, that's the first I've heard of it.
But historic Route 66 hasn't lost any of its famed charm, and it's the sort of drive that every serious road tripper owes it to themselves to embark upon at least once in their lives. Running from Chicago to California and covering a whopping 2,448 miles, historic Route 66 doesn't need to be driven in its entirety to be appreciated, but the longer you can commit to it, the more charming retro attractions and different landscapes you'll be able to take in. Number 4. Blue Ridge Parkway, Virginia and North Carolina. This all-American road bills itself as America's favorite drive. And when you've driven it for yourself, it becomes hard to argue against that claim. Spanning from Afton, Virginia to Cherokee, North Carolina, this scenic drive along the mountainous spine of this region of the Appalachians connects Shenandoah National Park and Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and takes you along through distinct geographical regions like Ridge, Plateau, and Highlands. Each offers something unique,
Look at that. It's like a carpet. A gigantic carpet.
meaning you'll really want to commit to the whole 469 miles. Don't worry, with this much beauty on display, the chances of getting bored are slim to none. Number 3. Going to the Sun Road, Montana. With a name like that, you know that this drive is gonna be a good one, but nothing can prepare you for this much beauty. Located in Glacier National Park, going to the Sun Road takes you through some of the most ruggedly beautiful wilderness that America has to offer. The 50-mile stretch of road has been described as a marvel of engineering because, really, it brings you places you shouldn't reasonably
That's really, look at that. So it's a bridge, but it also allows water to flow through it at the same time.
be able to travel by car. As you wind through the Rocky Mountains, you'll take in one breathtaking
That's a
vista
lovely
after
view.
another.
Look at
This is
that.
another tricky road to navigate, but with so much to take in, you'll want to take it nice and slow anyway. Number 2, the Overseas Highway, Florida. This drive is like few others, mainly because very little of it is spent above dry land. The aptly named Overseas Highway is an all-American road that stretches 107 miles from Miami to Key West. Partially constructed using the defunct Overseas Railroad, this unique drive takes road trippers over open ocean, through tropical savannas, and above stunning coral reef.
But how deep is the water? Because they would have to, plant these pillars all the way down to the bed, to the seabed, right? Like, so much concrete. Really impressive engineering, though.
With places to stop, stretch your legs, and explore at the various keys along the drive, the Overseas Highway is a road trip unto itself, and one that really needs to be experienced to be understood. Number 1, the Pacific Coast Highway, California, Oregon, and Washington. You haven't truly driven across America until you've also driven up or down its west coast. The Pacific Coast Highway is not only breathtaking, it also carries you through and by so many towns, cities, beaches, and parks that you'll want to dedicate a serious chunk of time to ensure that you do it right. Load up the camping gear, and you'll find yourself lulled to sleep by the sweet sounds of ocean waves at one of the many campgrounds. Of course, we'd be
Looks
remiss if we
stunning.
didn't single out California's Big Sur in particular, which, even by East Coast highway standards, is next level in terms of natural beauty. And on that note, happy driving.
Oh,
Do you
makes me
agree with
wanna-
our picks?
makes me wanna
Check
get on a
out these
plane.
other
Honestly, just made me want to get on a plane, pack my bags, just go see some stuff. I cannot wait to start traveling. Like this year, I've got a busy one, so a lot of traveling planned. But I'm definitely coming to California to see a friend of mine later in the year. That'll be cool, and hopefully while I'm there, maybe I'll rather than come home from there, I'll maybe go to a few different states as well. Oh, so excited. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.